Hello and welcome everyone out there. It is Tuesday, it's 4 p.m., which means it's once again time for Previews Game Night. I'm your host, Johnny Rose, and today my friends and I are going to be playing a couple of pop culture inspired rounds of Cliplash 2 from Jackbox Games. But before we get started, we're just going to remind everyone to share, like, and subscribe to Previews World to get notified whenever we go live. We have some awesome comic book related shows that we have. We have Previews World Weekly every Wednesday at 4 p.m. and we have Comic Talk every Friday at 4 p.m. Just a reminder, there will be no Comic Talk this week, but you can find everything at Previews World on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Also, we want to remind everyone to back the comeback. Let's put up the graphic there. There we go. So we want you to show some love for your favorite local comic shop and or game store with the Back the Comeback social media campaign. And you can find more info by visiting backthecomeback.com. Now let's introduce you to the cast of characters who are going to be playing along with us today. We have Ashton Greenwood, the Duchess of Free Comic Book Day.
Hey, howdy, hey, what's up, guys? I didn't do finger guns this time. I did at the end. Never mind.
Oh, you're changing it up.
Sorry.
Consumer marketing guru for Previews World, Troy Jeffrey Allen.
What's up, everybody? I'm here to remind you that quarantine is temporary, but Wu-Tang is forever.
Words to live by. I think that needs to be on a bumper sticker.
There you go.
We have international cosplayer Anna Mia.
Why is there so much pressure to come up with like an opening slogan?
And Sapphire Studios president Josh Geppi.
I'm feeling Ashton's finger guns.
There you go.
Yep, I own them now. Thanks.
Trademark, copyright.
Yep.
Come up with your own.
No racies.
It's okay. They're legal. They're legal in Maryland. It's okay.
Oh, Troy, we didn't even like. We didn't even.
Oh, look at this!
Troy. Look at that. Nice. Well done. Speaking of Back the Comeback, so I know that
Tremendous lead-in, Johnny.
Speaking of which, you gave him the
Speaking
segue.
of Back the Comeback, hard stop.
well, because these shirts are part of the Back the Comeback campaign.
Yeah.
And anybody knows that, Ashton.
Duh.
I have one.
Snarkiness today.
So this show streams not only to Previews World, but it also streams to the Free Comic Book Day Facebook page. And I'm sure a lot of people out there are still wondering what's happening with Free Comic Book Day. So I feel like we have to do this at the top of every show. Ashton, is there any kind of news that you can give anyone out there watching in regards to Free Comic Book Day?
Oh, yeah. A big fat stay tuned. We're making an announcement next week. So there is news of news. Keep your ear to the ground on the Free Comic Book Day Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. When we make the announcement, you'll be able to find it there. And of course, also on the Free Comic Book Day official website.
There you go. So that's next week. That could be Friday. It could be Sunday. It could be Monday. Who knows?
It's going to be sometime between Monday and Sunday.
Yes, so you have to stay tuned to Free Comic Book Day's social media to get all the info on that.
There you go.
Usually I have some kind of topic prepared, but I don't really have anything today. How's everyone doing? How about that?
Doing all right.
Surviving.
Doing cool. Yeah.
Surviving.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
You're tired.
I want it to be Friday.
As we said prior to the show starting, adulting is hard sometimes.
Adulting is hard. Man, I was on Twitter this weekend, and
That was a mistake.
That was a mistake. Actually, I regret being on Twitter. I regret being on Twitter every day. But Johnny just reminded me of something, because apparently Generation Z and the millennials are at war with each other. And I thought that was actually pretty amusing. And one of the things that they said they hate about millennials is how they complain about adulting. So yeah, Johnny just reminded me about that.
That's because
That's it. That's the whole story.
They aren't adults yet.
I mean, I think that's a fair point. I think every generation kind of is like, man, this is not what it was hyped up to be. So
I
Right.
found out yesterday, per your tweets, Troy, I was like, what generation am I in? And I found out that 1995 is apparently the first year of Gen Z.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how I feel about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could be ostracized by boomers for being a millennial, or you could be, or you could just attack
Ostracizing millennials.
more ostracizing millennials. You can't be cool like us Gen Xers up here on the top row. So
Well, someone made a point of like wait until they get older and people are making fun of like the kids younger than them start making fun of their TikTok videos.
Mhm.
And
right.
I was like, yeah, your TikTok videos are gonna come back around and bite you later.
Yeah, it's true. That's very true. Absolutely. Just how, but just how MySpace kind of bit us in the, what? Like,
Yeah.
I miss MySpace.
Mm.
You miss it,
MySpace.
really?
Now,
It was so much less trashy.
That's fair.
Some of this other stuff.
well,
You're
it
saying
did get
there's
it didn't get a
cool
chance
song
to
on
become
their
trashy.
Facebook Or their MySpace.
Right.
That's a good point too. You're right, Johnny.
I
It didn't
know.
get a chance.
There was
Yeah.
the drama of the top 5. Who was gonna be in your top 5?
That was,
Right.
we talked
That
about
was the
today.
drama.
We talked about that today. We're like, oh, it's like this person that was Brad in shipping. We were talking to him, and he goes, "Yeah, it was that top 5 thing." Everybody was like, "Oh, how come I'm not in your top 5 friends?" I'm like,
Mm-mm.
okay,
Mhm.
but I'd rather have
I
that
hate you.
MySpace drama than the current drama on social media.
You're right. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, I can deal with that one.
Yeah, I can
It's
deal
like-
with MySpace.
well, it's like,
MySpace
well-
seems so quaint now.
Well, it's just like I'm sorry, but it's like if you can top Tenacious D, but they're going to go in my top 8 or whatever. it was.
Oh, see, that's the cheat code, right? You put all celebrities in your top 5. That's what
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, so you make a song as good as Tribute, and then maybe we'll talk. Mason Sachs checking in. This quarantine has definitely helped me catch up on my back reading. I never would have caught up otherwise. That's a very good point. I
Yeah.
know
No, totally same.
I've finally caught up with reading Middle West by Scotty Young and Jorge Corona.
Nice.
I'm currently reading Farmhand by Rob Guillory. I'm going on vacation here in a couple days, which is actually the reason why there will be no game night on Thursday and no comic talk on Friday. But I'm also taking a couple graphic novels. I'm going to be reading Lock and Key Trade Paperback 2, and I forget what the other one was. Something else good.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I mean,
What a
that's-
plug.
Yeah, what a plug.
Something else
Ooh.
good. Oh, what is this? What does Josh have?
I've been
Oh.
reading Pandemica right here.
What is this? Oh, you told us about this last week, didn't you?
book. It actually is very much a good read for the current situation.
Relevant.
Like,
Yeah, imagine
big-
that.
Yeah, pandemic, and then also kind of there's some racial things in this as well. So it actually
Okay.
current news. So
Oh,
I
okay.
suggest picking it. I don't want to give anything away about the book, but it's a good read thus far. I'm only partway through it.
Nice.
I'm enjoying it.
Will Reed check in tonight. I missed Free Comic Book Day at the Core in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Always a good time and great
wow.
costume. Ooh, shout out to your friendly local comic
Yeah.
shop.
Oh, I thought Will was saying he misses Free Comic Book Day at his core, like his
Me too.
I read that too.
right. Like his center is empty because there's no Free Comic Book Day.
Retweet.
And also lucky have so much reading, both comics and novels to catch up on.
Mhm.
No quarantine for me though, but that would have been perfect. Jealous, bro.
No quarantine for you. What are you doing?
Oh, maybe it's essential worker. You never know.
Are you in Florida? No, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Chill with that.
Joseph. Welcome, Joseph. Thank you for joining
Hi,
us again. So
Hi,
true about
Joseph.
MySpace. I'm from that era myself. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. No, and I love how like in every generational war, like it seems consistent that people are like Generation X doesn't care.
Yes.
So
You guys don't get it. We'll never be like that, and then
You're right.
everybody says that too. Like
Uh-huh.
we'll never be like you, and then they
Mhm.
grow up, they're like the other person they're treating me.
right, yeah. Oh God,
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That happens. Here to
Le-
say.
Lisa Luther, I am so out of luck of killing my MySpace page because I can't remember my password.
Oh,
Well, she still has one. Does MySpace still exist?
It's
Is it
still
still
around.
around?
Yeah. I don't know what
Well,
its
didn't just
I don't know what its current iteration is
hit
like.
me up. Hit me up.
hit me up, right? Didn't Justin Timberlake buy it?
Buy
Yeah,
it or
see?
something like that at one point.
Did he?
You're right. Yeah, he purchased it, which is ironic because he played the guy who created. No, the guy played Napster and
No, Napster, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that
On,
was Facebook. That's
Sean
what I was
Wilson
about to
page.
ask. I was like, wait
Right,
a second.
But like, yeah, no, he did, and like,
Sean
he
Parker
turned
was
into some, yeah, Sean Parker, and he turned into some sort of music site or something like that.
I'm getting on MySpace.
Yeah, I'm
right
on it. It's
now.
gross. I'm leaving.
You leave?
Oh,
It's
it's
awful.
weird.
Looks like Yahoo.
That's right.
I'm done.
Well, before we start off the
God.
game, I just want to remind people that we want to hear from you. We want you to send us your Quiplash prompts to include in a future game by using hashtag previous game night. So we had a viewer on our last game, Sabrina, who actually sent us a couple prompts to include in the game.
Yay.
So we've actually included her prompts into this game. I don't know if
Perfect.
we'll get around to it because the way the game works, it kind of pulls from the prompts randomly.
Right. Yeah.
But let's go
Mhm.
ahead and see And let's kick this off.
I'm
All right,
ready.
let's do this.
And quote Rick, and away we go.
And for those of you who are watching, if you'd like to participate as a member of the audience, just go to jackbox.tv and enter in code QCPC. QCPC. And
There
you
you
see
go.
that in the top right corner.
Quality control, politically correct.
Hey. Ooh,
Oh, wow. Save that for the acro laugh.
And that does not apply.
I know, right?
Hey,
It will not apply. Okay.
slow your roll. Keep the good content for the game.
There you go.
All right.
Do we have an updating on the standings or now?
The
Josh,
standing.
get out of here.
Oh, boo.
All right.
First to 15 wins, by the way.
First to 15.
Yeah, in total wins.
You've already tallied this, haven't you?
Yes.
Why do I always have to log back into this crap?
Yeah, same here.
Because game hates you. Sick of
Yes,
you.
it does. You are right.
Who is
Game's
hot?
garbage.
It's telling me to sit back and relax. I can't relax until I get a question.
62 seconds.
Hmm.
Anybody got anything fun to say right now?
No, I'm trying to use all my brain cells for this.
Pretty much.
Okay. So wait, I assume Johnny's Generation X. I assume Josh is. Well, Josh and I are the same age. But Ashton, you're a Gen Z.
Yeah.
Mia, what are you? Are you a millennial? Have we just been talking crap about you this whole time?
I don't know.
Yeah. I sit on the fence.
I think
Apparently
I think I'm on that middle.
Yeah, I ride Gen X and millennial. That sounds weird, but yeah. So I'm constantly at odds with myself.
The worst family secret that could come out over Thanksgiving dinner, turducken?
Is it weird that I want to try that?
No, not at all.
I'm sure I will regret it. And I'm sure it just tastes weird because that's a bunch of tastes that shouldn't go together.
Alejandro said, hi, everyone from Brussels. Welcome.
Brussels.
Oh,
Brussels.
hello.
I love their sprouts.
There you go.
I
Oh,
hate you.
womp womp.
Let me speak in his native tongue, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Get
This
off
is one
the
character that you
stage.
definitely want to stay away from. Skunk Lad. Well, he wins.
Troy,
Oh.
are you trying or no?
Oh, come on. All right. See, I thought boo.
The
Points for me.
The thing's new catchphrase is it's peanut butter jelly time or it's Miller time.
It's Miller time.
Oh my God, peanut
Straight
butter
up go
jelly
for it.
time.
Oh, now it wants to ask me the question.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Oh no, now that's gonna be stuck in my head.
Yeah, great. I can just
Peanut butter jelly in a
picture-
baseball bat.
you can
Peanut
just
butter
picture
jelly in
the
a baseball
thing.
bat.
the thing perched up in that outfit.
There you go.
Ashton's feeling it. I feel like this thing doesn't like Google Pixel or something. I don't know what's up with this.
Because you got an Android.
You know what? Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Ooh, thank you, audience. Audience swings it my way.
Okay.
Wow.
No fair using a Ghostbusters reference, Johnny. You know, like most
Thank
of the
you,
room's
bro.
gonna get it.
It's
What
Miller.
game are you guys playing? Quiplash. Pick a character. We'll pit your choice against the other player's choice and vote on who would win in a fight. Grumpy Squidward versus nobody.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
Grumpy Squidward is a formidable opponent.
Let me try this again.
You get your own True Crime Daily episode. What did you do? Prompt submitted by viewer Sabrina. Robbed a bank in a dinosaur costume or celebrate with Mayor McCheese and Grimace.
Is it like the dinosaur costume that we always see at conventions?
Yeah.
The big
Like
blow
that
up one.
Yeah, yeah. That actually is pretty great. I like that one.
There's a generational answer. Peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah, that is true. Let me drop a Newgrounds Portal reference in here just to kind of.
Oh, audience
Wow.
evens it up.
Josh metagaming.
Josh knows how to
He's like Grimace. We'll just throw that in there.
The
I know,
avatar,
I'm gonna play my
the
own.
avatar can bend air, fire, water, and earth. What fifth thing should the avatar be able to control? Unclogging the toilet or chocolate milk?
I feel like unclogging the toilet is like a water power.
I think chocolate milk is also kind of a water power too.
Is it? I guess yeah. I guess you mix that makes sense.
It is liquid.
It is liquid.
There's that one.
May not be the
episode
same
where
for
kids
unclogging
learn
the
blood.
toilet. It might not be too liquid.
Oh no.
Oh,
Only if you're dehydrated.
Thanks, audience. You the bomb.
Get some fiber. Get some fiber.
You're
in
a
your
real
life.
MVP.
Get some fiber in your life, guys.
All right, that's the end of round one.
Are you guys getting static?
Yeah,
Yes.
from your mic.
Is it me? Oh, let me do a thing.
Ooh, Mia moves in first.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay! If I can keep it there.
Right.
Not hearing you, Troy.
Yeah, he muted himself.
There we go.
No, I'm still hearing it.
I'm still hearing it too.
Might be me. All right, next round of questions.
Whoa!
What is going on?
All right. This is the fun part of the show where it's just a bunch of people looking down at their phones.
Yes.
True. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like, is that me or is it Johnny or somebody else or whatever?
Let me put myself on mute. See what.
Uh-oh. Yeah. I don't hear it anymore.
Well, now you're gonna have to deal with my static.
We need Johnny for the game, guys. I'm just glad it's not my headphones this time because my headphones have been acting stupid lately.
Is anyone else out there on the stream hearing static on their end? Anyone?
Oh
Yeah,
my
actually, yeah.
God. It didn't take my answer. I hate it here.
I only answered one question, so I'm pretty certain like something happened here.
Excellent.
I think I timed out. I'm fairly certain.
Oh,
I hate this.
All right, first prompt is the one thing Spider-Man's spider sense never warns him about: booty grabs are Aunt May's spicy jambalaya.
Booty grab. Man, that's the worst. Someone just grabs your booty out of nowhere. I hate that.
That's spider
I don't
booty.
think that's acceptable anywhere.
I don't think that's acceptable.
But when
saw
you
it-
got that spider booty.
This is what happened at Walmart yesterday, Ash.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
All
I
right,
was so
Commonplace
annoyed.
at
There I
Walmart.
was at Walmart, minding my own ass business, trying
This
to.
this already sounds false. There I was at Walmart minding my business. Not true.
I was walking quickly. You know, I'm not trying to spend my whole evening at Walmart. And this guy's like, stops me. He's like, "Why are you walking so fast? Where you got to get to?" And I'm like, "Does it matter? Like, it's none of your business.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to talk to strangers."
Yeah, random strangers. There's
Just
a
yell
rule about
stranger
that.
danger.
There you go.
Right.
Just do it really
some men
loud.
can't be
Get
bought,
everyone-
bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world do TikTok dances in a bikini or recover from a pandemic.
Oh wow.
Mm.
I feel attacked by that last one.
Feeling some kind of way.
Feeling some kind of way. Why fry, shake and bake? I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it.
All right.
Yes.
Josh takes that one.
Come to me.
Josh
I got
wins.
you,
Josh
Ashton.
wins.
Thank you, Mia. I see some of us care about public health.
No one really knows how to say Mr. Mixplex's name, so he'll now be called Ron Burgundy or Bob.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Don't type the question mark in there. I'll read it.
Pretty
Pretty sure that's spelled wrong too.
Has anyone actually listened to the Ron Burgundy podcast?
There's a podcast.
Yeah, there's a Ron Burgundy podcast.
Oh wait, and it's Will Ferrell. Like it's
Yeah.
Stay classy.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Really?
gotta. I have to
Yeah.
find this. Is it like an ongoing thing, or is it like something they did with?
No,
the
I
movie
think
or
it's
something,
an well, I think it might be done in seasons. I think they're on like season 2 now, but
or-
I'm not
I think it's
Wow.
spelled with a U too, by the way, and not an A, but it might just be me.
No, you're right, Josh.
he's not the hero we need, but he's the hero we deserve. Dad, joke man, or Troy?
Oh,
No, it's not true.
Well, I mean, of course, I'm going to vote for
Damn.
myself.
Metagaming.
Joseph said, I picked recover from pandemic, and a TikTok alert popped up on my phone. I feel fraudulent.
Oh.
Good listening.
See?
Big brother is watching you.
Ashton loves when you talk into the mic like that.
Yeah, please
like-
do it again. You know
There you
how
go.
that thrills me.
I feel like Johnny like worked the system in his favor by naming one of us. Diabolical.
I didn't win that.
You didn't? Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
Yep. From Watchmen, all the whores and politicians will look up and shout, "Save it!" And I'll look down and whisper during the commercial break.
That's a good answer, Mia.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
No one
All right.
asked for your commentary, Joshua.
Joshua.
Two.
I'm gonna give it.
The full name comes out.
Ooh, Mia's still in the lead.
Oh,
Ooh.
Man in the lead. Mia's
Yeah,
leading.
all right.
Back to
Feel a lot of
follow at
pressure.
this point.
Crush it.
I think she's like a 3,000 point lead, and you only get like 2,000 or 2,500 at the end.
How that'll work.
You got this,
Shh,
Mia.
I might find a way to screw this up. Don't.
Let's hope.
Right. Don't you
Acrolash. Oh.
Acrolash. Uh-oh.
It's gonna be
I always
something
get
Come
about
up
these
with a full name for this acronym: GDW.
GDW. Oh, damn it. I had just thought of something. I answered too quickly.
Yeah, I'm saying the first GD in this thing. Can we just avoid? You know?
Oh, well, too late for that. Sorry. They can say that on regular TV. I think that's safe, right?
Not
remember I was
very
watching-
creative, Troy.
You said what? What's that?
Not very creative.
Not very creative. I know.
Our sponsors are going to be pissed.
I'm pissed.
Oh, wait, we don't have any.
There you go.
Aha.
I was watching TBS one time and they dropped the S bomb, and I was
Grabbing
like,
that
"Whoa!"
Goddamn Wales. Gosh darn Willikers. Goddamn Wallace or Grodd dislikes watermelon.
Wow. Okay.
Oh
That first
god,
one is so aggressive.
it's very aggressive.
Yeah, no,
Which
wait.
one?
The first one on the screen.
The first one's great. Ash is like refuses to say it
Which,
again.
which one? I don't know what you're saying. What are you
Grab.
talking
I'm grabbing that wiener. Grab it.
about? Just says, go big and go home.
Now, if someone on the internet could just isolate that and just play it over and over
Yeah.
again,
See, that's why I don't say anything.
right?
The hey, howdy, hi
I-
thing is out the door now.
Hey, howdy, hi, grabbing that wiener, grabbing it. Just give me like an auto tune remix.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be my new ringtone.
Oh god.
Hmm.
Oh god, that's funny.
See, look, I got like the. I was being stupid.
I like it though.
Oh, that's,
No one
Who
else
said
did.
I think Johnny came close to it though.
I think we're too
who's-
far back.
I think you were at second, weren't you? Yeah, you might be close.
Ooh.
That's warm.
Oh,
Whoa.
Hey,
Oh.
Johnny
it
crushing it.
shriveled up and died inside.
Oh wow.
you like to think grabbing that
I-
wiener.
Jinxed myself.
no. Hey, for what it's worth, Mia, I liked your answer.
That's all right. Because you know what? If any of us is gonna get like catch up to Josh's number of wins, it's not gonna be me.
Oh.
It's gonna be you or Ashton.
There you go.
All right. Round two, fight.
Oh, that's so close, man.
Oh dag, I forgot to share
Dang
my
it.
clip. I was gonna share my clip, but didn't do it.
Wow, wow.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh.
When's Quiplash 3 coming out?
I heard it's in the fall, but I'm not positive about that.
The quippening.
Joseph, that's like when I lose at poker, hand in the river.
Oh, you get
The
all
last
that
card
way.
comes up and you lose. That's what you just did to Mia, jerk.
Yeah.
And just remember, for those watching, if you'd like to play along as a member of the audience, just go to jackbox.tv and enter in the code QCPC. quality control, politically correct.
Man. Huh. Second one's tough. Okay. I refuse to use safety clips.
Yeah, I use them as a last resort, like if time's like really running out.
I think my answer might be a little meta. What do you think the word pandiculation means? Grab that wiener.
Oh my god.
Oh, well played, sir. Well played.
That's actually hand dictation, but yeah, okay.
All right. First up, many Bothans died to bring us a free comic book day update.
Oh
So this is going to be it, huh? This is going to be the rest of the show, huh?
This is the one.
no! God, is that going on my wall of words?
Oh my god.
Lord, I apologize.
Whose idea was this game night? First,
I don't know.
Oh,
God help me, I don't know.
no support from my friends.
Ashton, okay, cool.
All right, next up. New DC Comics character, the Batman who had explosive diarrhea or giggles at inappropriate times.
Just saying, it would have been a perfect time to grab that wiener, but you know.
grab that
The
wiener.
Batman who grabbed that wiener.
This is never gonna end.
God, what's the origin story there? Let's talk about this for a second.
Okay,
Right.
yes, okay. I'm ready. I'm 100% ready.
Oh,
The Batman who grabbed that wiener walked in on his parents one time. That's what
Spidey
that
sense detects that thing. Oh,
Oh, nice.
oh, 7 people voting. Nice. Very
Oh,
good.
wow.
Wow.
All right.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, get it.
Whiplash. Nice.
Nice, nice.
Ooh, the more inappropriate something is, the more hilarious it is.
I feel like everybody can relate to that
You
answer.
have someone goes to the Gozerian, choose the form of the destructor. The old guy from Pepperidge Farms or 1,000 seedless watermelons.
Who's the old guy from Pepperidge Farms? I actually don't remember that.
It was like a commercial with a guy in a wagon who was like delivering the meats and cheeses. You remember a simpler time?
Oh.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh, okay. I do remember
They
this.
made fun of
All
him
I
a couple times on Family Guy.
All I can think of is the cranberry guy that like stands knee deep in cranberries.
Oh, right.
Oh, there's the guy, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Can we all just say that Pepperidge Farms is like the best bread?
They have bread.
Right?
Yeah.
What?
Pepperidge Farms.
I'm on the
Don't they
cookie.
make meat?
Yeah.
After removing his helmet, it was a shock to find that
What?
Mandalorian was actually Bob Saget as Danny Tanner or a man in a DeLorean.
Love that answer. Sold. You're welcome. I don't like Bob Saget.
No, you don't. Jeez.
Because of Full House or because of his work afterwards?
Okay.
Because his stand-up is so unnecessarily vulgar.
Ashton,
Oh,
you're
vulgar.
unnecessarily vulgar.
I am, but I just don't like Bob Saget because it's like, how are you going to do that kind of stand-up and be America's dad? You gotta.
Well, because he's trying to distance himself from that role.
He's doing
Well,
the Miley
truly.
Cyrus.
Have you ever seen
There you go,
Tucker
yeah.
Robin
It's the
stand up?
complete opposite.
Saved by the
Right.
Bell, same thing.
It didn't work. He should have just grinded up on Robin Thicke and with a foam finger and called
Sorry.
it a day.
And start twerking.
A murder weapon
Oh,
that should be
bad.
added to the next version of the game of
Oh.
Clue, or in today's society, coughing.
No, the game of Clue, like just beating someone to death with a board game, is
Yeah.
iconic.
Their cinnamon bread is amazing. Oh, that's right. They do make cinnamon bread.
Yeah, they make like you guys. Like,
What?
you've never had Pepperidge Farm bread?
I forgot
No.
that was them.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
like to make you feel bad.
It's the best bread.
Bob Saget is an acquired taste.
Yes.
That's probably true.
He was doing raunchy
We are
stand-up before
here.
Full House.
Welcome.
Welcome.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to pick a lane.
I mean, but like Full House just kind of fell in his lap, and he was like, "All right, I'll be America's Dad," and then he went back to what he was doing before.
Mm.
You ever seen Steve from Blue's Clues when he went and tried out for that?
For what?
Long hair, he's like a headbanger,
No.
all this kind of stuff.
No.
Yeah.
For Full House?
No, for Blue's Clues.
Blue's
The guy-
Oh, for Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
Sit
So if
down
you
in
ever
the
look at
think and
that,
share and
that's funny.
think.
He just got it, man. Okay, whatever.
There's no mail anymore. They do email. I heard about that.
No.
Oh, that
It's
is
not the
true. They
mail
have-
call. It's like the email call now.
They have a tablet.
Yeah, it's a tablet instead of his notepad. Feel so old saying I hate that change, but
Audience play along. Invent a new word for the toilet that sounds like it's from Shakespeare. Toilshire.
I don't know why I'm doing this, but this is dark. Apologies.
I was playing Apples to Apples with my boyfriend's family over the weekend and immediately ruined it.
You ruined Apples to Apples.
Yeah. Because the way I like to play Apples to Apples is like putting the opposite of something
Toilet
that would
tea.
make sense. Like if the word's like nice, I'm like, and I have the Hitler card, I'm like, I have to.
I mean, yeah. I'm not going to say what I
10
was going to say
seconds.
next. 10 seconds.
Joseph, love apples to apples.
It's
Love
great,
Apples to
right?
Apples.
Daffy Duck met the Joker. Ghostbusters met the Transformer. What's the next crazy crossover event in comics? Blue's Clues and Bob Saget. Or Gem and the Holograms versus Predator.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Ooh.
I want to see Jim and the Holograms versus Predator. If it's anything like Archie versus Predator, I'm here for it.
If Archie can meet the Predator. Speaking of which, tomorrow on Previous World Weekly, we're going to be talking about crossovers. So
Yes, we will.
be sure to tune in for that.
Ooh.
Hey. I've never seen Blue's Clues. I don't even know what it's about. Like, it's like a.
I've
How
seen
many
it.
kids you got, Troy?
I got-
That's
yeah.
why.
I got 0 kids,
Yes.
and I'm Generation X, so
That's what I said. I'm like, unless you have kids, you don't watch Blue's Clues.
nah.
That was someone my
I watched
roommate
Blue's
was.
Clues when I was a kid.
Oh.
Oh.
What would a documentary on Wolverine be called? Claws Out or Snicked?
In the
Hey.
schnick time.
Snicked. I feel like it needs like a subtitle, like Snicked, the story of something.
Right.
Snicked at Night.
Snick this.
Snick at Night.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is that when Nickelodeon just shows what's
Bill
that
Decker
movie?
cartoon.
Green Acres.
Wolverine Origins over and over again until the AM.
Until 4 a.m.
No, they would have no
Thank
viewers.
you,
I like
audience.
all the comments in the chat. That's what making me laugh.
Oh yeah,
Ashton, that statement alone made me feel old.
Ashton.
What statement? The Blue's Clues thing?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Barry Allen's Flashpoint mishap created a weird change in the universe, which was 2020, where Troy was on time to something for once.
Oh damn! What a jerk!
That's so accurate and mean.
That's so true and so
Good,
mean.
good, Josh.
Funny.
Right?
Someone's addicted to that show and Teletubbies. Also.
I love the Teletubbies.
Oh my god.
Oh, I feel so old now.
Uh,
I feel like
So
What?
old.
I watched Ashton. I watched
Oh,
Teletubbies.
50,
Ashton-
50?
I watched Teletubbies too, but for an entirely different reason.
Sorry,
Oh,
Troy.
yikes.
Oh, Mia, that was you.
Spawn has lost his cape. What does he replace it with? Fabulous party streamers or a Todd McFarlane suit?
Ew, what? Because it's just the cape. So is it like Todd McFarlane's skin? Like as
Yeah.
as
I
a
mean, not
cape?
that I wrote that, but I would assume that's what that is.
it puts the lotion on its skin.
Just put the lotion on skin.
It's like
the
one
lotion in
is
the
creepy
basket.
and one is fun. I don't know.
my Buffalo Bill impersonation.
Aloe vera for that burn.
Ooh.
Oh.
I agree. That hurt. Hurt my soul. That hurt my core, Mia.
The Snyder Cut of Justice League is going to be released, and the most surprising thing is going to be the cameo appearance of Deadpool or that Flash Aquaman bromance.
Oh no, I didn't write that one, Troy. By the way,
Oh, you did?
I don't. Who wrote that one? Not me.
I wrote that, but if
Oh,
you guys are willing to take the fall.
That tracks. That tracks.
Thanks, co-host.
I was like, Mia was on my side. What happened here?
Hold on. Troy bags on me too. Don't let him think he. Don't let him think he.
I never say anything about your dumb face.
Exactly.
I feel like I just started some ish
Hey,
over here.
everyone, this is previews game night, not previews therapy night. All right, after round 2. Ooh, I'm in the lead.
Yeah, I can't catch up to that now. Cool.
Round
Speaking
3.
so the only thing I know about Blue's Clues is there was a video surfacing of a really bad video of someone twerking to the song. I can't remember what it was.
Why did you know these things?
It's not my fault. The internet does this.
What email are you on?
Isn't there a quicker way to lose weight? Complete the comic.
Well, I'm thinking way too hard about this.
Same.
This reminds me of an episode I just watched so recently of Creep Show, which came back.
Was that a movie too? Oh
Yeah.
no, that wasn't. Yeah, it was. Okay.
It was a movie. Yeah, it was based on the comics. So even like the whole look of the new Creep Show like pulls heavy inspiration from the comics.
Yeah, I got nothing for this. Jeez.
I love the comic ones though. I wish you could select that so every end was a comic lash instead of like I don't like the acro lash and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. Throw away the scale. Just die. You had a good run. Yes, but anorexia is a pain. You could put the fork down, Porky, or shut up.
Oh my
Damn!
Wow.
Wow!
What does this say about us as people, man?
Us
You
as
know
a
your own
society.
name's gonna be next to what you wrote, right?
Right. Yeah.
We're gonna know who wrote what.
Right.
We're all horrible.
Lisa says you had to say something about the Blues Clues song, and now I've got it running through my head.
I sit down in my thinking chair and think.
Look at find the Blue's Clues twerk video.
No.
That sounds scary.
We're not compiling Blue's Clues on this program.
I
don't-
didn't do it.
I've never seen the original. I just know that they have a new one on Nick Jr.
Okay.
Shut up.
The mail, it makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, it makes me want to wail. Mail.
What?
Damn, Ashton, you
I
went
watched a lot of
morbid.
Blue's Clues.
Oh,
Sorry.
is
I almost
Just
said
die.
that.
You had a good
I almost
run.
said the same thing too.
I feel like this is like, but that statement is two things Ashton says
Oh,
a lot.
You're bad people? Yeah.
Right.
I'll own up to that.
It's basically the Seinfeld of
Yeah, but John is too far ahead to catch him.
Johnny's
Man,
killing it.
I cannot get past Johnny.
I gotta catch up to Josh one way or another.
Blue's Clues.
All right, 5 more wins, Johnny. You need 5 more wins.
While Josh doesn't win at all. That's
Yeah,
how
and we have to
it works.
block. We have to block for Johnny.
Vincent says, "What do you think comic writers need to do to appeal to a younger audience? How do they draw in younger readers?" That's a
That's
good
a
question.
great
It's
question.
very deep. I don't know if I'm.
Content.
I don't know if I'm.
What'd you say?
What'd you say, Josh?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I would say just need more quality content, things that like inspire children and just grab their attention. And it's like people are giving them things instead of asking what they want.
Yeah, I mean that's a real thing, right? Because I remember as a kid, like my parents kept giving me like comics that they thought I wanted to read, and like I would never read them, and then I found X-Men, and I was like, well, I'll read this.
Mhm.
And then like here, and now here I am with a Back to Comeback shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. I mean, like kids out there are so distracted by like, electronic media and like phones and iPads and everything like that. So I don't know. It's tough. I think you just gotta kind of find out what your kid is into and then see what's out there. Because honestly, in today's day and age, there really is like a comic book out there for everyone's interests. It's not all just superheroes, and I have no problem with like DC and Marvel and all that because I love like the classic superhero characters. But some of my favorite comics nowadays are from like those other publishers like Lock and Key, Saga, Farmhand, Middle West. Like there's something out there for everyone. So
yeah, there's like I don't know, there's a weird dichotomy, I guess, right? Because like the superhero movies are really popular. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the non-superhero movies are kind of popular. Like they're more niche, like which is like I don't know. It's just interesting how these things translate to other media. Like, yeah, I don't know if anybody who says they have an answer is probably a liar. Like I think it just boils down to the content of the story. Like I also think art sells. Art sells a comic.
Yeah. It's got to be relatable. That's a thing.
It's got to be relatable.
It's got to be relatable for a kid, and they can picture themselves. That kind of thing.
Speaking of which, Aaron Durrett says it's important to be able to see yourself represented in stories.
See?
Absolutely.
See how that happens? But yeah, that's you need something that relates to them.
See, I have some feelings on that.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We won't get into this.
Okay, we won't go into it.
No, this is going to be a long diatribe.
Why does it look like cosplayers have better costumes than are shown on the movie? Well, that's above our pay grade. So,
Mia, you want to chime in on this one?
I think it's different because I think cosplayers, when we're building something that's just going to be worn at like a convention, we don't have to think as much about the durability or like moving around in it. Whereas in a lot of these productions, it's all about like they actually have to be able to fight in it or be able to do some sort of work in it. So it makes it a little bit harder. Honestly, I feel like it comes down to sometimes when you have like that love for a character like cosplayers do, I think we put a lot more thought, I guess, into it. Whereas like sometimes I love shows and movies that actually get like geeks that are their costume designers, because then you see like, when they love the characters, it just shows in the costume work. So I think it's like you need really a mix of like people who know how to make costumes really well, and then having like actual geeks and people who love the characters as part of that construction team as well. So
I think the Marvel, big surprise. I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe does that actually really well. Like, I feel like every character that they get on screen is like recognizable as like, oh, that's what that character would look like. Yeah. And it doesn't feel like a disconnect
from the comic to the screen.
There's a practicality to it, but it's still like the character.
Lisa also adds, plus side electronic thing is Houston Public Library offers comics for e-readers. Now, the one thing I would say about that is that may be good to get people maybe to start reading, but I think also a better place is to go to your friendly local comic shop, because the people there, and especially the shops around here in Maryland, I can speak from personal experience. Like whenever I go in there, if I'm looking for something, they can give me a huge list of new alternatives for like stuff I will enjoy, and like books that I still love reading to this day. Things I go back and reread multiple times over that I never get tired of. Like I gotta say, Why the Last Man is still one of my all-time favorite comics, and that's a title I got that was recommended to me at one of my friendly local comic shops. So I think that
there's no substitute for a great shop.
Yeah, there really is.
Right.
Amazon algorithm, there's no something that's going to go, and here's a suggestion. If there's a great store owner in your area, talk to them, because they'll give you a wonderful recommendation. I do it all the time, and I'm in comics.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I kind of lost sight of. Can I recommend for my 12-year-old? Okay, is this good? I'm like, hey, and I've done it. I do that with Mark Nathan, Cards, Comics, and Collectibles all the time. Like, anything I missed, and they'll tell me. That's what a good shop owner does. Yeah,
I know we're kind of getting away from the game night stream, but I think the fact is that we have a lot of good comments coming in. So I just want to address a few of those. Anton says, "That's what I like about Spider-Man. He can be anyone. Look at Miles Morales or the Spider-Verse. Peter Parker is Spider-Man, but anyone can be him, or it could be the young girl, or it could be a friend. It says maybe they get bit by the spider. That's what I love about him. I think that's a great point.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see here. That's why I'm a fan of cosplayers, because the ones I've met, it's about the love of the character, and you can tell by their effort. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's real. Yeah, I remember being in Baltimore one time, and like you could tell like some people are just like, there's a difference between the people who love the characters and people who just want to be like gawked at, you know what I mean? Like in terms of cosplay, like you can always tell the people that actually put the love into the costume versus the people that are there just for attention.
Right.
You know, so yeah.
Like, here's Thor with assless chaps on. Yeah,
You're right. Yeah, I was trying to dance around it, but there was definitely a Catwoman. No, it wasn't a Catwoman. I'm sorry. There was a guy who was like called himself Tarzan, but you could tell he was kind of like low key and like his
the old guy.
Yeah, you could tell he was kind of in his fetish gear.
Have you ever seen the? I don't think I've ever actually seen this guy in person, but
I give him credit.
There's a gentleman who has gone as like Ronald McDonald Thor, like Mick
Yes, Mick Thor. He's one of my friends.
I love that. And speaking of crossovers, like I know that Troy and Ashton, you're going to be talking about crossovers tomorrow. That's a good example of a crossover cosplay. But I want to put this one out because this is something that me and one of the other graphics people worked on. I would love to see this come up one day. The
Oh, you gave it away. That's okay. I love it though. It's my favorite thing ever.
It is so good. And I'm sure, Troy, you have a backstory regarding how that came to be, but they're going to have to tune in tomorrow to Previews World Weekly to find out what that is.
Oh.
There you go.
Teaser.
I love the guy that dressed as the Hamburglar in the McDonald's at C2E2, and he had the book that he was looking through, like a little hole in it. Like he's sitting there. It was creepy, but it was hysterical. Sitting at McDonald's in the convention center.
Vincent says Lee Bermejo's Batman interpretation would be great to see on screen.
I agree. Yeah. Like he does like a real, almost like a real textured Batman costume, which is kind of cool.
Especially that one scene, and
that's something else entirely different. I'm talking about the costume, not Batman in his birthday suit.
Bruce Wayne. All right.
Okay. Now that we're talking about Batwang, maybe we should grab that wiener.
Christopher Molina says, "Hail Hydra."
Hail Hydra. There you go.
Oh, no.
Never gets old.
No,
Grab that bat wiener.
Vincent also says, God, it's going off the rails already. Without fail. Vincent says, being a teacher, graphic novels are so popular, especially my favorite Bone. Bone, I love. I grew up reading that.
Comments about Bone that's not really about Bone.
It's really gone off the rails now.
I went to...
I'm so excited.
Baltimore Comic Con a couple years ago, and I got Jeff Smith was there, and I got him to autograph like some of my earliest issues of Bone. That's one of those titles that I wish I had stuck with, and I really loved reading it. And I think one of these days I'm going to go back and get the completed.
Try find a Bone #1. Try find it. It's like near impossible.
I could go into my comic book collection and find one right for you right now.
Like the first one, like first edition.
Oh, first edition, probably
like
not.
That's what I'm saying. I go the first Bone, like trying to find that. It's like a unicorn. Same thing with like Mouse Guard, the regular edition. There's like all kinds of stuff.
I'll have to go and see what edition mine is.
First Bone.
Yeah. Try to find the first Bone, Jeff.
Oh my God.
I was telling the record that was not me.
This has gone so downhill.
I heard Netflix is making Bone into an animated series. I heard that too. I'm not sure when that's going to be released or what the time frame is for that. So
it's all downhill.
Can't wait for Bone from Netflix.
Oh my
Can't
wait to Bone with Netflix.
All right. Let's do we have time for one more game, Josh?
Netflix and Bone. There it is.
All right.
I was about to say Netflix.
Netflix and Bone. There it is.
Oh
God.
Netflix and Bone.
I love that.
Johnny, you have lost all control of us.
I like herding cats. I really like herding cats. I always push graphic novels to my students too. If they are reluctant readers, we need to get that love of reading before we start pushing chapter books. I think that's a good point.
Actually, you know what? Actually, one thing I will say before this next question comes up is I think that we have kind of devalued reading in society, I think. And I think that's actually part of the larger problem. Like everything is like a 280 character tweet, like you can just tell by looking at Twitter that a lot of people don't read or write. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even like with the kind of gotcha headlines.
You're gonna miss a question, Troy.
What's up? Oh,
You're
sorry.
Miss your question.
I am going to miss the question.
Doing it on purpose.
No, but even with the gotcha headlines and like the, like clickbait headlines that people don't have to read, they just react to. It's like people just don't read things anymore. And I think that's part of a larger problem. So, and comics have kind of like fell victim to that. I have nothing clever for this.
Yeah, I got nothing. This round was like dog crap. Yeah.
Lisa, I read both American and comics and manga. My 14-year-old loves them both. I just started reading Saga. It's so good. That's the other title I was
Yes.
going to bring. I'm bringing Saga with me out to Deep Creek to read. All right.
There you go.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of man? Blank knows, Bo knows, or Pepperidge Farm knows.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
The pictures tell the story, especially if someone is a visual learner. I know a good, one of my really good friends, that's actually how he started reading or got back.
That's how most people learned how to read is through comics or like books like that,
Yeah.
Read that way.
I feel like it's the next step from like picture books to like, chapter books. Like, I forget who it was saying. What was it, Lisa?
Nicely done, Mia.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, I know I said this earlier, but like, I also just think art's a big component of it. Like we've valued the industry's valued writers a lot in the last 20 years, which is great. That's fine. Like I have no problem with that, but I think what gets people through the door.
Hold up, Troy. Inquiring minds want to know the true origin of Lady Mechanicus' mechanical limbs, brunch buddies, or garbage disposal accident.
Brunch buddies.
Lisa, I have a learning disability. And comics really helped me to push me into reading.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with reading that can be hard for young readers is like a lot of the exposition and figuring out like what the world looks like and what the characters look like, and that can be detracting from the story. So when you read a comic, like all of that is done for you, and you can focus more on the plot line, and it makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that art is a big factor. It worked in the 90s.
Move over, Baby Yoda. The big breakout star of season 2 of The Mandalorian is going to be the Baby Thanos crossover or Baby Grimace.
He'd just be like a little orange blob.
both purple.
Yeah. Which purple person you want to say?
Right.
Vincent says Calvin and Hobbes. Oh, I love Calvin
and Hobbes. Yeah.
I bought a bunch of those Calvin and Hobbes books so that when my son gets older, he's going to have some awesome reading to do.
I'm still kicking myself for not buying the slipcase that was released actually through us not too long ago, because now it's sold out.
Boo.
Yeah.
Troy.
Tisk.
That was expensive.
How do you make a Krabby Patty? Prompt submitted by viewer Sabrina. Wake Patty up at 4 a.m. with a trumpet. A Tinder profile. A Krabby Patty.
Someone safety quip.
I think my mind's trying to turn that second one into something dirty, and I guess that's not what it's intended to be.
Wake Patty up at 4 a.m. with a trumpet.
That would make her crabby.
Very good, Mia.
Good work, Mia.
At least we all knew that was a safety quip on Troy's there.
It definitely was.
This don't make no sense.
This don't make no sense. I don't like it. It stinks and I don't like it.
Next up, from the Disney movie Inside Out, a new emotion has joined the team. What is it? Nervous sweating or depression eating?
Oh,
no, jeez.
I feel called out.
Nervous sweating. What's going on?
Johnny, do you need to talk?
Are you depression eating, Johnny?
Gonna be okay.
Oh my god!
My worst fear: watching people eat. Now Johnny's throwing up in the corner.
I'm trying to quickly swallow so I can read the next question.
All right, we'll just go to the next question now.
Well, now he has time to finish eating it.
Oh, there you go.
He freezes on that.
There you go. He's back. Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Ooh, Mia moving in first.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold my breath though.
What's that?
The ice cream man's outside. I can hear the music.
All right, next round of questions.
You're gonna win, Nia.
Yeah, it was weird when we came home. It was weird when we came home and started working from home. It's just like we started hearing the ice cream truck. I'm like, I never knew it came by here. I'm like, oh yeah, we're never home during the day.
Right.
Lisa, I feel depression. I feel depression eating would be under sadness's job title. That's probably a good point.
True.
I like these bizarre diets: pickles and ice cubes. There's 24 people in that audience sitting there doing that.
What?
Lunchables. Ugh. Mystery meat in a box. Richard Simmons diet. Simons is whoever wrote that because there was only one M.
Simons.
I am Sailor Moon, and in the name of the moon, I will drop my pants and moon you, or press my butt up against car windows.
Same idea.
Same answer.
So
I feel like we all live in the same mind.
Just a matter of semantics here.
Semantics. I'm always up to semantics.
And just a reminder, if anyone would like to play along as a member of the audience, just go to jackbox.tv and enter in code QCPC.
I forgot to vote. Crap.
Let's just say you voted for me. Quit that.
Sorry.
It's your fault you lost. I lost Ashton.
How's it my fault?
Because you didn't vote.
She was going to vote for me.
It's an unusual quirk that you'd like to see in My Hero Academia. Watch me episode of the panel.
My Hero Academia episode.
Oh, My Hero Academia. Wiener grabbing.
Wiener grabbing for sure.
I.E. Okay.
Love a good wiener grab.
I before E.
Okay. All right. What's going on the board? You know, like my husband's gonna walk in here and he's gonna see this board and just be like, "What is written on?" Like moist lad fart, fish sticks, and grabbing that wiener.
Just put things to do at the top, Mia.
I want to see some fanfics coming out. Jughead has lost his iconic beanie. What should he replace it with? King of the Wasps or Fly Ass Clown Wig?
Fly ass clown.
Not just any clown wig. A fly ass.
Fly ass.
That exists. Oh, this one's got purple.
Joseph, I'm going to miss these when I don't work remote, or I could make my 2 home days Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, there you go.
Here's an idea.
Hey, man.
We appreciate you.
People working their schedule around. This is good stuff.
One of us. Seriously, though, Joseph, thank you for tuning in every day. We appreciate having you here.
Okay. I thought that was Ashton's answer, actually.
Yeah, I tried.
Somehow I ended up doing an accidental
I am
whiplash.
Diana, Princess of Chicken Nuggets, or useless self-help coaches.
I know their audience. If you put chicken nuggies, you would have probably gotten Ashton's vote. That wasn't her.
It's true. Chicky nuggies.
Chicken
Chicky
nuggies.
nugs.
Chicky.
Oh, God.
All right.
Survey says
Chicky nuggies always win.
chicken nuggets.
Useless self-help coaches.
Next up, every commercial these days is the same. In these uncertain times, we want you to know that pizza or Pepperidge Farms is here for you.
Why Pepperidge Farms? I've learned so much about Pepperidge Farms today.
Just gotta know it remembers. Remembers.
And they make
Go-
bread.
Go get yourself a loaf, Ashton. Is
Or you can get
ordering.
one of those bloody, like, thumb cookies or whatever. Those ones that, like, you ripped off your nail. Yeah.
What?
What?
What or what?
They're like certain things that have a jam filling, but it looks like if you ripped off your thumbnail, that's what it would look like. Go
Oh,
get
God.
one.
Oh,
Why? Why would you do that?
Ew.
Oops. I didn't-
Gross.
Sorry,
Gross.
Sonny, I would have picked that. I was talking.
Damn, pizza didn't get any points. That's sad.
Aw.
Chicken nuggets might have quiplashed.
It's true.
Oh my god.
All right, after round 2.
Oh no!
Johnny.
Oh my
Johnny on
god.
top.
See,
I'm pretty
see,
sick,
I got
Johnny.
jinxed. Someone said something in the beginning about me being the lead.
All right,
He psyched you out,
This is
man.
my losing week, so it's all good.
John
Sure,
Smith,
listen,
loving
wait.
this game. Thank you.
All right.
Acrolash. Oh, I'm not a
I loved you in Pocahontas.
Oh.
Come up with a full name for this acronym. LMN.
He's outside. I want ice cream.
I haven't seen an ice cream truck in a million years. I'm amazed that there's one outside of your house.
Come back.
I feel like other people did that quick. Did somebody that answered Troy and Mia answered that quick? Oh,
Yeah.
got this. Nope.
I was like, I got it.
That's not how you spell lemon. I feel
No,
like
it's
I'm
not.
Patrick from SpongeBob. That's not how you spell lemon.
John Smith, I was great in Pocahontas, wasn't I?
There was no spell correct on that.
Pocahontas. That's right. We know what he
Love
meant.
that.
We knew that.
LMN Neop. I see what you did there.
Well,
Little Mean Noobs. Lacy Man Nighty. Ooh.
Mm.
Life Model Nuggets or the Lizard Made Nachos. Get some.
Lacy
The
Man
element
Nighty
one
makes
is-
me feel uncomfortable.
creepy.
Hey, man, get-
Little mean
Get your
news.
yourself, Troy. What I'm getting you for Christmas.
It makes me uncomfortable.
That's what your Christmas present is going to be, like Troy. Unbox it from previous world. Week.
Oh God.
Mm-mm.
Oh God.
Your man nighty.
That's back to comeback.
My man Nighty. Is that
Your man nighty.
back to comeback man Nighty? There it is.
Oh.
Wow.
There it is.
Air internet is just can't say anything, just speechless.
Done with us.
Speechless.
Oh my god, that's
The
funny.
best comment.
All right. 15.
My attempt at a joke
And
failed.
Johnny won.
Oh.
Johnny won 2 games today.
3.
3.
3 is all 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Johnny.
Up them all.
Oh.
I don't know. Josh,
Whatever, he has to beat Josh.
We
Yeah,
tied.
true.
Oh, tie.
Oh,
Couldn't even get all 3 wins, Johnny.
Boo.
Get it done.
We each get a win.
And Pepperidge Farm's got 100%.
Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farm was the
Can they just
real
sponsor
winner
us
today.
now, please?
I know, right?
Can we just have some sausage and bread while we play?
Right. Pepperidge Farm and Adam and Eve
Down.
present.
Hey,
Next week
Down
I'll
for
have those
that.
bloody thumb cookies for you.
do you remember?
Oh, stop!
Dude,
Those are
gross.
good cookies. Don't ruin them.
Do you remember when you? Do you remember when you grabbed that wiener? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Just Pepperidge Farm sausages.
Oh no!
Pepperidge Farms could make a line of sausages called Grab That Wiener.
That's the like slogan. Just grab that wiener.
Oh,
God, that wiener.
I would think it's time to just quit while we're ahead.
I think you're right.
Bob Evans.
Great entrepreneurial mind, Mia. Pepperidge Farm sponsorship.
Get on it.
Hey, I'll sit here.
Producer Johnny.
I'll sit here and eat some Pepperidge Farm bread in front of everyone. I'm sure Josh would hate that.
That's like these two.
Ew.
All right, so let's end this out. Let's go around the horn and just do some plugs, promos. Mia, let's start with you.
We don't have comic talk this week, but it'll be back next week.
Well, how about where people can find you on social media?
Oh, enemy.cosplay, pretty much everywhere. So find me there.
Yeah.
All right. Troy, you're up next.
We have Previews World Weekly tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, and come join us. We're going to do like a little Denny O'Neil tribute to one of DC's. If there was a comic book Mount Rushmore, Denny O'Neil would be on it. So definitely tune in and get some comic book history this week.
And there's also going to be talk about crossovers like this guy.
Hey.
Yeah.
I will never pass by an opportunity to put that up there. So, Ashton, you're next. What can you tell us?
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Free Comic Book Day, and also keep an ear to the ground on those accounts. We'll be making an announcement about Free Comic Book Day sometime next week. So if you're dying to hear how you can get your hands on free comics, that's going to be the place to find that information. And also, as Johnny pointed out at the beginning of the show, don't forget to back the comeback. We're also on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Back the Comeback. And you can take part in the challenge by shouting out your local comic book store, tag 5 friends, challenge them to do the same. Or you can put your money where your mouth is and go out and shop local, shop at your local comic or game store, and they have new product. They want to help you. They want you to love them as much as they love you.
Speaking of Back the Comeback, and this time I actually have a thought to follow that up with. So as we showed earlier, Troy and I are both wearing the Back the Comeback shirts. Mm-hmm. So Ashton, are those still available on the site?
They actually are not. It just finished yesterday, I believe, was the last day to get shirts.
I just want to make sure people were aware of that because I know that there were a lot of people out there scrounging to get them. So if you missed it, sorry. Wait, you can
I kind of call this the Cactus Jack shirt.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember Cactus Jack. He had the little wanted poster.
Oh yeah,
Mick Foley.
Yeah. And definitely last but not least, Josh.
You can check us out on digauction.com. Get some great comic auctions going there throughout the week. We also have the charity auction coming up for Back the Comeback. That is July 4th through July 18th. Be really cool. There will be very cool items up for grabs, some experiences, and so on and so forth. It's going to be really great. And like I've done before, I just want to encourage everybody to be good to one another, to stay safe out there. I know there's still a pandemic going on. There's also people fighting for their rights out there. That's a great thing to do, and voicing their concerns with the way the world is. We support you 100%, and we're with you. And just like I said, just be good to one another. That's all we want. We love you. We hope you love us back, and we'll see you the next time.
There you go.
And Josh, every time that we have these shows, Josh always has like the best way to end this out. So he makes this part really hard for me because I don't even know how to end the show.
So we're just gonna sit here?
You ruined it, Josh.
No. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Previews Game Night. So whoops, that is still going. Let's remove that. Previews Game Night. So just a reminder, there will not be any Previews Game Night on Thursday, and there will be no comic talk on Friday, but we will resume our regular schedule of programming next week. But as Troy and Ashton both said, you can find, let me just get the graphic up. You can find them both tomorrow at Previews World on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch for Previews World Weekly. In the meantime, I've been Johnny Rose, your host. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you later.